The tunnel is finally completed, guys. It is finally completed, and let me tell you this for a fact right now that this is gonna actually be a re-recording, or I don't know how else to actually call it, a retake, if you will. That I've already recorded episode 45 of Pixelmon, but here's the deal, that for some odd reason that it got corrupted. Like, one part got corrupted, and every single time when I try to actually work at it or look at it, it would just say that the software has stopped working. So I was like, okay then. I was able to actually pass that on, and then I was able to actually render it, but then halfway through the rendering process, it would crash again. It would say that it stopped working every single time at the pretty much at the exact same spot where it just says like 30 minutes left of rendering. It would actually crash every single time. So it got really frustrating that I have tried for a good 3 to 4 hours to actually get the video rendered. It just didn't work. So either I was just gonna have to cut out whatever was corrupted, or that I was just gonna have to do a retake. So I just decided to actually go with the retake, and it's quite fitting too, because recently, well, let me just say this right now, that everything I say on this episode, it's gonna be confusing for every episode up to episode 55. Meaning that I've actually pre-recorded all those episodes, 10 episodes before 3.4.10. That episode 45 originally was in 3.3.9, but now that we're in 3.4.0. So this is going to be the recent the recent Pixelmon mod version. So it's going to get really confusing for all the future videos up to episode 55. So when I say that we're in 3.3.9, please do not correct me on that. I know that we're already updated, that I kept saying on a lot of those videos, if we do happen to update, then I'll just update the link to the Forge or to the Pixelmon mod. So currently, we are in, hey look, Temple Run. Kind of fitting, but I'll actually possibly join when I'm actually done running through this tunnel. Do I have something that, wait, oh, this is huge. Huh. Do I have anything that I could actually ride? No, I cannot. Okay. So I'm just going to continue on running. If I actually get to the end before the episode ends, then I'll possibly join the minigame for a bit. So currently, we are in 3.4.0 of Pixelmon, and hey look, DG's online, and he's the owner, so there you go. Welcome back, DG. So anything that happens here is that it's going to be like you're looking into the future, and then all the videos up to episode 55 will be looking into the past. So it's going to get real confusing, so please bear with me that I'm going to explain what goes on in the future episodes as if it was that happened like 3 weeks ago. And apparently there's an ice cream man outside of my house making his music and actually trying to make a living with selling ice cream. So welcome, ice cream man, special guest appearance. So funny, I don't know, that anything could happen on these episodes. Okay, as far as I know, that the ice cream man is actually farther away, so that I could actually continue on talking without hearing the music in the background, then that mic picks it up, so it's gonna get really obnoxious at this point. So moving on from here, that we are in mvblock.org. That would be the server name. The Pixelmon mod is 3.4.0, and the Forge mod version is 1.7.10, last ending 4 numbers in 1230. Everything will be linked in the description below, so you can download it for yourself and then join us on the server. Please follow the rules. Do not harass the players, the moderators, the staff, the people, just also the owner. And mainly that this is survival with Pokemon in a Minecraft server. So have fun, do whatever you need to do, no cheating mods, no unfair advantages, and as well as that, of course, no X-raying. And of course, if you think that Game Shark is actually an unfair advantage, is that anyone could actually download it. And there's also a forum post that you'll be able to actually download for yourself if you want to check that out. Just go to the forums, and I think it's stickied onto the general discussions so that you'll be able to download Game Shark. And then from there, with Game Shark, you're able to find Pokemon that if you want to search for them, you'll be able to search for them. And if they appear in the area, then you'll see the line actually going to them. It'll help you find shrines, some shinies, it will help you find bosses, and even legendaries. So whenever they appear, you'll see a colored line going to them. And I think that they're all the same. That, oh hey, I found the tunnel that Cougar made. So let me go ahead and let's go say Cougar, come back down here. And his nickname is Kitten. Oh, isn't that sweet? So we got that going. So yeah, moving on from here. Where is it? Okay, let me go ahead and go back and TPA Cougar because I really don't want to lose my spot. I really don't. Alright, so we got that out of the way. Is that Cougar has been running through the tunnel, but then the shiny actually appeared, so he actually dug all the way up to the surface to go for that shiny, and then, yeah, he forgot to actually patch it up. So when I found it, or when somebody else found it, they messaged me saying, hey, somebody actually did this. I'm like, okay, so who did this? Ask the moderator, says Cougar did it, and then I'm like, okay, Cougar, please patch it up. Is that I don't mind if people actually use the stairway thing if they had to find a shiny. That please, just please patch up the stairway back all the way down to the tunnel. So it's kind of annoying to actually see like a big old hole in the side of the wall for people actually going up the stairs, especially how long we've actually taken to actually do all this. So here, this is a tunnel that is actually 7 by 3, 7 blocks wide, 3 blocks high, that it goes all the way to the end of the world, that it goes from positive 8,000 all the way to negative 8,000 at z-axis. So it's 16,000 blocks across. If you want to hatch eggs, all you have to do is just come down here and just run on forward, and you'll be able to hatch any egg in your inventory or your party slot. I'm not too sure which one's which, but I'm not too sure if running actually makes it like it doesn't count so many ticks, because it takes a lot of steps or ticks for the egg to hatch, but it's pretty much a guarantee that your egg will actually hatch. All you have to do is just, if you have a different keyboard setting, is that if you were to place a tape onto the up arrow and just continue on forward, that's all you gotta do. It's better than going on an AFK little pool, and it's actually a little bit faster than going on an AFK pool, so you could do that for yourself. That just tape up the up arrow, depending if there's space in between. Sometimes there's spaces in between some of the other keys. Whatever you want to set your key to forward, just tape that up and then just walk on forward. That's all you gotta do. Guaranteed to actually hatch an egg by the time you come back from AFKing, which is away from keyboard, if you guys don't know what that is. Especially some other people. Some people don't even know some of the other acronyms that we all say in the server or on internet speak. So it's a thing, people. You learn something new every single day. That's just a phrase that I go with, because you learn absolutely something new every day. Whether you know it or you don't, you just learn something new. So DG is online again. He's been busy with actually patching up some of the bugs or some of the plugin errors. Like, of course, with 3.4.0 is that we were not able to actually access our little chests and as well as our protection stone regions, so he was able to fix that. And then there's some other things he has to fix. He has to fix MCMMO. I'm probably going to explain more of that in episode 56 that I can't really explain, or if I try to explain everything in this video, I'm going to try to. Just let's see how well that goes for me, because I'm all over the place today. I got a lot of work to do. I got a lot of stuff I need to do, so let's see if I'm able to do all of this. So one of the things I want to thank is all of my friends who have helped me out with this tunnel. 16,000 blocks across, over 300,000 blocks having to be mined up and patched and all that stuff. So I thank you, Zach24001. I thank you, Isaac2Omi. I thank you, FizzyBiscuits247, Timberwolf, Ronin, Mac and Cheese. Trying to remember all the other names. Cougar P2000. That was his name. And then, who else has helped me out? DannyLegends has actually helped me out just a tad bit before he left. And then, Bubbles helped me out before he left, so that was a plus. Thank you for that, Bubbles. Can I remember anybody else who has helped me out? I don't remember any other names. If I did miss your name, I apologize again. It's been about a good week or so since I've actually done this video, so it's gonna take some time for me to remember a lot of things and try to remember what I did say in the other video. But one of the things I did kind of explain, I think if I remember right, is that I like to actually try to remain like talkative throughout the whole entire video, but if there's so many things that happen in the background, I actually had to cut that out, which kind of cuts the flow with the commentary. But at the same time, it's like, from here, all I'm doing is that I'm just going from one spot to the other spot, so it's gonna be like, hey, just feel free to put this in the background and do whatever you need to do. If you're playing Minecraft, you can just hear me speak to you guys, because nothing really is going on for me to run from one spot to the other spot, unless you're actually absolutely fascinated by this tunnel itself, which I kind of am. I love how the bedrock is, like, If it was all stone, it would kind of look bland to me, like too bland. I like bland, but not too bland. But with bedrock, it gives it a nice texture that it shows you that you're at the bottom of the world. Of course, I don't want anything mined on the bottom of the world due to the fact that we're going to have to jump all over the place. You can't run forward, and it's just going to be a huge mess. The only plus side to actually doing jump cuts right now is that I'm able to actually breathe, and for all the cars that are going off in the background, it's going to cut all those out as well. That I do speak a lot. I speak a lot and I don't breathe as often as I do because I'm sort of self-conscious of how I am breathing in my videos at times. Sometimes I could actually control it, sometimes I can't. Sometimes you hear it, sometimes I cut it out completely. But I need to know from you guys if it's actually fine with you. If it's not too obnoxious, then let me know, because that I really hate to actually have you guys hear me breathe every single time. Even though a lot of other radio shows or broadcasts or podcasts, actually you hear them breathing from time to time, I'm a little bit self-conscious on that point. I try to make the best quality for you guys, so this is one of the reasons why I do kind of take like a little bit of a breather so that I can actually continue on speaking for a long amount of time and then breathe normally. This mic is truly sensitive. It's a Blue Yeti mic that I probably have to find a studio mic to actually do something better. I'm not really too sure, but it's just one of those things I kind of overthink at times. This Blue Yeti and the whole setup is kind of expensive. I have a shield, the isolation shield, so that it will cut out the acoustics out of the whole entire room so you don't hear me as echo as much. All the sound gets trapped within the foam so that it's actually more crisp, more clean, and all that good stuff. It does kind of do well against blocking out some of the other noises, but it's just that it's a little bit of a shield that just surrounds the mic. And then I have a pop filter so that it doesn't actually, you guys can't hear me do the P sounds or the B sounds, that it'll make like a sudden pop. That's what the pop sound is that you hear from time to time from other people who don't have a pop filter. And then I got a second windscreen onto the Blue Yeti itself. That cost me a good like $15 so that it could actually like shield the head of the mic itself from just people spitting on it by chance if you were to talk towards it, from the dust to actually get inside of it, because you could hardly ever clean that out. So it's actually pretty good for that. Then I have a shock mount onto the mic stand, and I bought a shock mount that was by a third company. That for the fact of the matter is that the one from the actual Blue Yeti, it costs like $80, and it doesn't even work so well with their own Blue Yeti mics. That is kind of ironic to try to sell a product that doesn't even work for your own product. Or like an accessory, it just doesn't work. A lot of people just give it negative reviews. They don't even buy it. They go with third-party company because apparently they know what they're doing. So obviously they know that they're doing. And then I got a mic stand that literally the whole entire stand is top heavy. You could push it forward and it would fall. That's how top heavy it is. So I'm gonna actually have to work on trying to find something to actually work with this. So, hey guys, gonna have to run a reset up DDoS protection real quick. It'll kick you from the server for a second. Good to know. He's gonna kick us from the server, and I'm almost pretty much halfway there. Halfway there. Halfway there. Halfway there. 10 points if you get the reference. Good old shows. At least for the first few seasons, and then just went like utterly to garbage. What is it with these shows that it started out great, started out strong, and then they all go to garbage in the later episodes? Maybe it's that they found their formula. Like they first made the first season, like they're testing out the audience. That this is what they like. Let's see if we can actually change something different. Oh wait, we changed something different? Now people actually like it even more. Okay, we're just gonna keep on changing it and changing it and changing it. And then people started hating it because they changed it way too much. It wasn't like the original. My god, I've seen like a lot of shows that actually do this. Like for the first 10 episodes, you already get the character and the development, you know who they are, but later on in the season, they absolutely change their personality, sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. It just reminds me of Family Guy, honestly. That one of the Family Guy episodes, who made this tunnel here? Somebody made a tunnel here. Uh-huh. Good to know. Please again, just patch it up. If you run into my tunnel, just please, just patch it up. Boop, ba-dee-dee-dee-doop, boop, boop. I'm not even angry right now. I shouldn't be angry right now. I'm just happy that this day is going by and I gotta do a lot of work. What is this now? Another tunnel? Come on, people. Again, patch it up. There you go. Just never existed. That is fine. Really? Please, just please patch it up. Just leave it as that. It's like it never existed. Out of sight, out of mind. It wouldn't even matter to me. It just kind of bothers me that people would just do that and not actually clean up after themselves. And I've already talked about that in a future episode. You're gonna see me going on a ranting spree. So yeah, that happened. Let's move on from here. What was I gonna say? I'm trying to remember what else did I say from episode 45. I actually had to review it for a good time being, but I just couldn't actually get it. All I know is that I remember one of the things I did talk about, that legendaries started to spawn before episode 45. That I was able to actually capture myself 3 Raikus, and that was before 3.3.9. Oh wait, no, it was during 3.3.9. My mistake. That I was able to get screenshots, I was able to get video proof, I got my 3 Raikus, and I'm very happy. 2 Raikus actually spawned within like 5 minutes of each other in different regions. Like, if I were to run through my tunnel, sometimes a legendary will actually spawn out. Like in this area in the savannah, that a Raikou actually spawned, and I was down in the tunnel. Like, dude, Raikou! I just adrenaline rushed, actually dug all the way up with a staircase, going all the way to the servers, looking for that Raikou, and I got that Raikou. The administrator was able to log on, and they actually saw the Raikou, and they gave me the Raikou right then and there. Then I went downstairs, actually patching up every step along the way. That it was worth it. I was able to get myself a Raikou, and I was very happy. I got 3 non-shiny Raikous, and I got 1 shiny Raikou thanks to Fugle for that trade. That I traded a lot for those shinies, and I'm very, very happy that I'm getting closer and closer to getting every single Pokemon shiny as of this point. I got a lot of like extras that I'm gonna have to trade or give away. Some of the ones that I want to keep, of course, are the enormous Pokemon that eventually I possibly will be making shiny, or if I do have a shiny counterpart or someone else is training the shiny, at least I'll be able to trade them the Pokemon that's enormous for the shiny and give them some money as well. So at least I can help them out in that aspect. And for those who are kind of confused in the chat right now, I'm reading it from time to time, is that one of the things is that DG will actually live stream reviewing the applications for the server. So if you applied for either helper, tourney, advertiser, of course you have to be a helper to become an advertiser, but if you want to go for that, then one of these days, that after so much apps have been actually stocked up and piled up, then he'll actually do a live stream reviewing all the apps, and then the community will vote whether it be yes or no for the person. But one thing is that if you are inactive, then you're not gonna actually be accepted. No excuse and no other reason you could actually give that if you're not active in the game, then you're not going to become a staff member, because a staff member has to be active. It's understandable if you have a family emergency or anything like that, but is that it kind of looks bad on you if you applied but then you didn't log on for another 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah, that's really gonna hurt your chances of an application, especially if you were to, as an example, apply for a real job. What good does it do if you apply but then you don't answer the phone call of the employer actually calling you for a setup of the appointment or the interview? Yeah, that's really gonna hurt you, and if you try to apply again, they probably won't call you, because it's like, you didn't actually bother with us for the first time, I guess you don't want this job at all. Yeah, the things that you do in a video game really helps you in real life as well. If a person trolls you, then you're gonna have to actually, hey look, DG's live streaming. I'm gonna have to check that out once I'm done with the video. Because if I were to play the live stream, then you're gonna hear everything from the live stream, and he plays copyrighted music, and I can't have that on this video, because of course it would hurt my channel for copyrighted material to be on there. But don't get me wrong, if I start live streaming if I actually start live streaming in the what's it called? In Envy Block, my god, I'm a terrible advertiser if I keep forgetting the name. In Envy Block, then that'll help the server as well. Then I can get my live stream channel going on with Twitch/SorkingZero90. Then more people will get to know about the server. Some people will actually possibly play. Then I'll be able to do my job as an advertiser for helping out. Okay, yeah. I became an advertiser before episode 45, so at least I'm going on with the continuity. I'm trying not to make things way too confusing here, but with 3.4.0, we are actually able to capture Pokemon now. That is the one thing that everybody wanted. We're able to capture Pokemon. And you see here in the party that you're going to see in episode 54. Again, it's like the future, right? That you're going to see that I've already gotten Seal and Mareep. Those two are shiny. I just sold I just sold a cloned Mew for 3.5k, so I'm a little bit richer on that department. I'm not going to show the battle right now, or the balance that I have right now, so you're going to have to wait on that, and that is possibly glitched. Sometimes the Game Shark will be glitched from time to time, and right now it is glitched, just saying that there's a Pokemon out there, and it's a boss, but it doesn't register what it is. This could be at the other side of the world for all we know. So a quick note or like a fun fact that this episode was supposed to be uploaded on Friday, but now it's Monday, and now you're seeing it now. So many redundancies, but again, I literally tried for 4 hours to actually try to have this video set up and upload it on Friday, but so many things went wrong that it was so frustrating. Like really, I try to keep up with it every single day schedule where it's just Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of uploading videos. Sunday where I take a rest and not upload any videos. But if something goes wrong and I miss a day, I'm like, dude, why? And then I have to ask people just for forgiveness. It's like, dude, this is what happened. I tried. I absolutely tried, but things just didn't go well for me. So I am sorry. I'm sorry. Little heart. Now, no advertising. Lol, 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 lol. Lol. Yeah, I'm allowed because I'm an advertiser. La 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 lol. They got the joke. Let's move on. It's so much lag right now. I just realized that. Well, yeah, of course, because I kept having to stop every now and then. Too much lag. I thought he was actually doing the DDoS protection setup. Maybe he's already done it. He's probably gonna, yeah, timed out. Never mind, I timed out. Lol. Let's see. There's envyblock.org. You're gonna see the PvP, envyblock, the sword, the Pokeball, and the Charizard, so you know it's the correct server that you are logging into. Well, that restart took a little bit of a while. I think it only took like 3 to 4 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. I'm not too sure, but I'm guessing I'm going to have to talk about something else for the last 5 minutes. And wherever I get to, I get to. And that's kind of how it ended off with episode 45 originally. And then episode 46 kind of picked up where I last left off. And then that's just how it happened. I can't remember everything I actually talked about in episode 45, even though I actually did review it. Is that one of those things that, oh my god. Sometimes I don't even remember what I even say in all the other older videos, because if someone were to point out something, it's like, did I say that? I don't even remember it. You're gonna have to tell me which episode it was exactly before I actually go back to it, and then I remember what I was saying, and then I'll probably even explain it even further. But if I do like 10 recordings, I'm not gonna remember exactly what I said in those 10 recordings. Sometimes I have to write down what I'm actually gonna talk about for a future episode so that I don't forget. And sometimes I even do forget. That one of the other things that I am trying to do is actually clean up the backyard. I'm not too sure if I actually did explain this in this episode or another episode, but I'm working on moving 3 to 4 tons of rocks. That it's going to give me my hour workout so I don't have to sit on my bum all day and just record videos, edit videos, and play Minecraft. Giving me my 1 hour exercise so that I can remain healthy. It's a good workout because moving a lot of rocks, it's very heavy of course. And of course, when you're moving with the wheelbarrows and everything like that, you're just lifting up, you're doing your upper body strength, you're probably working your abdominals a little bit because you have to do some shoveling every now and then. So it's a good workout overall. I've broken some sweat, so I'm very happy that it's actually working little by little. The backyard's getting a little bit more dirt that under all those rocks, it's just a lot of dirt. And from there, we could just plant some seeds in where you're going to have to make sure that, hey, there's a PC here. Weird, there's a PC in here. That's so weird. Okay. Anyways, I'll just leave that there. If someone picks it up, then they pick it up. I wonder if anyone can actually dash all the way down to the last layer just for that. Who knows? People will go for crazy stuff. So yeah, I'm working on the backyard. So once it's actually completely clean, that I'm moving all the rocks to the back, then you're gonna see a before and after picture. The thing is that with all those rocks that I'm putting into the back, that I just realized like, hey, I'm gonna have to do it all over again. But hopefully I'll find a truck, or we're gonna get a dump truck, or probably have something to pick up all those rocks. I wonder how much it would, no, that would be way too much to even think about. That, what if we were to get one of those, you know, those cat claw, I don't even know what it's called actually. That they'll just pick up all the rocks and then they'll just dump it into the back of the truck, and then we're gonna have to do the back and forth type of deal. I'm not too sure, but I wonder how much that's gonna cost just for that day. Like $300, $400 maybe? I don't even know. But that labor in itself, either that we're gonna have to do the wheelbarrow up the ramp to my truck and dump all the rocks there, and just drive all the way to a dump site and dump all the rocks and keep going back and forth, or get someone to buy the rocks and we'll help dump it off right there, that we'll be able to make some money on the side, or at least make back some of the money that has been spent with all those rocks in the backyard, or something else. I'm not even too sure. I know that I've actually asked one of the landscapers of a different spot, saying that how much would this cost, and he told me that it would cost about a good $300. So $300 for them to take care of it, that seems reasonable, don't you think? For them to move all those rocks and take it out of the backyard? My God, I'm going to finally be able to actually walk in the backyard without stepping on any rocks barefooted. I miss that feeling. I absolutely miss that feeling. That it's just one of those things that you don't know until you actually experience it for yourself. You may just put it off to the side, but then once it's gone, it's one of those things that you don't know what you got until it's gone. That was just one of those things. That I miss actually walking in the backyard barefooted. That I didn't have a care in the world. I was not able to hurt myself while walking in the backyard. So if I were to walk in the front yard barefoot, it's just a nice feeling. But going out in the backyard, it's just a whole different other feeling. You kind of feel yourself a little bit more. What's the word? You have a little bit more privacy in the backyard than you would do in the front yard, because everybody sees what you're doing in the front yard, just walking around, just feeling the grass and all that stuff. But in your backyard, you can just do whatever you want. You can sunbathe for all we know. If only I had a swimming pool. One day, make a little bit of a giant hole in the ground just for a swimming pool. That would be kind of cool. Just if we were to maintain it, that's going to be a different story. We're going to have to fence it off, make sure none of the dogs jump into the pool. Star would love the pool, absolutely. But then cleaning it all up, because we can't have chlorine where Star's going to swim in, because if she drinks the water or if she stays too long in the chlorine water, it could possibly affect her health. So that's going to be one of those things I'm going to have to think about in maybe 3 to 4 years down the line. Who knows what's going to happen in those years. Well, it's kind of time to end the video right off here. I'm not too sure how long this video is going to be, but hey, again, it's a retake of what happened originally in episode 45. Maybe I said everything I needed to say. If not, just keep in mind that this is going to be the 3.4.0 version, while all the other videos from then on forth up to episode 55, if I remember right, it's going to be 3.3.9. So don't get those two confused. Everything will be updated in the video description below for those episodes for the FOD, like the Forge mod version. I was about to say FOD, like Forge mod and like combination. That will be a new word. Add that to the dictionary, because there's a lot of words that shouldn't be words that are even added to the dictionary to begin with. Okay, moving on. That this is going to be mvblock.org with Pixelmon mod of 3.4.0 with the Forge mod version of 1.7.10 less any 4 numbers in 1230. Everything will be linked in the description below. Feel free to join us and then have fun. Just do whatever you need to do. Just remember, respect the rules, respect the staff, and do not cheat, grief, steal, swear, or any other stuff that would actually bother the other players. So we're going to end it off right here, and it's kind of fitting because I'm already near the wall. You know what? I'm going to actually end off the video when I get to the wall, so that I could get that out of the way, and then the next episode I'm going to get to the wall again, then we'll just move on from there. You know what? I changed my mind. That I really want to sort of like do with the continuity. My mistake, people. Strike that what I just said. I gotta end off this video now before I make a fool out of myself even further. So with that being said, I'm SortaKing090. Have a great day, everyone, and as always, I will see you in the next video.